and welcome back to my YouTube channel or Reading Out Loud Book Club. My name is Keionna. For those of you who are new, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are subscribed to my channel. So after reading several self-help books, I've realized that self-help is a genre that I am always going to love. It is a genre that is very special to me. So I wanted to share some of the best self-help books that I've read this year. Keep in mind that these are just the self-help books that I have read just this year in 2019 and are by far not the greatest self-help books that I have ever read or will ever read. Also, these books aren't particularly popular in the booktube community. We'll start with Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. Elizabeth Gilbert is one of my favorite authors of all time. She's extremely humble and extremely inspiring. Her book, Big Magic, that has 6 lovely and well-constructed chapters, is quite whimsical. And what I love most about this book is the author's approach to creativity, because though this is a self-help book, she makes it clear that she wrote the book for herself to sort of guide herself and to set her creative spirit free, because when we choose to be creative, we should do it to please ourselves versus to please other people. This book genuinely feels like Elizabeth Gilbert wrote it for herself or to somehow interact with anyone who is willing to listen, rather than imposing all of her ideas onto us. It's sort of like she's speaking to us from the point of view of a friend, and she just wants to share her experiences and what she's learned with us. The idea is to always make sure that our creative motives are to somehow help ourselves or to satisfy and please ourselves in some way. This book minimizes the effect that fear has on our lives and diminishes its power to help us live a more creative life. Fear is something like a natural built-in danger sign, and it is a natural emotion that all humans experience in order to protect ourselves. Every creator experiences some sort of fear before they begin their creative process, because creativity goes hand in hand with fear, and Elizabeth Gilbert walks us through some of her own creative processes along the way, and that pretty much sums up the first part of this book. She also frequently elaborates on her theories about inspiration throughout the book, and how inspiration is more of a spiritual thing, and most importantly, the relationship that we have with our creativeness and how we collaborate with it. So that's some of the topics that you will see mainly focused on throughout this entire book. And this is where it gets kind of deep. So pretty much according to this book, ideas have a consciousness as if it's a living, breathing thing. And we all know that living things have energy, and energy has the power to transfer. So it's almost like that feeling you get when you feel like you've gotten a calling. So if an idea chooses you as its human partner to collaborate with, you have the option to either choose it and work with it humbly, passionately, and reverently, or you have the option to politely decline its offer. So again, we see this idea of there being a relationship and the communion that we have with our creativity, and the fact that we should be doing things out of love even if we never find success in it. Pretty deep stuff in this book. I really loved it. I highly recommend it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and you can also check out the written review on my Goodreads page, which is linked in the description bar below. I'm sure that you guys can resonate with this book on some level. The next book is different from many self-help books that I have read. It is Moments of Mindfulness by Polly Fielding. This book was published back in 2014. This book is just full of mature and sophisticated quotes. It's sort of structured like a poetry book where there is a quote on every page, but these are quotes from all different types of people regarding mindfulness. So my goal was to fully understand the meaning of every word on the pages, in hopes that it will reduce anxiety, depression, etc., etc. One of the things that I noticed about this book is that it gives us exercises that encourage us to observe our thoughts and emotions, as well as breathing techniques, which is a really good way to help us stay focused in the present moment. I think these are all really good exercises and concepts to internalize. Mindfulness is a way for us to become increasingly comfortable with the present moment and accepting ourselves without judgment. There are a couple of quotes from this book that I think can really sum up this book for you guys. One of them is on page 55, and I'm going to read that out loud for you guys. So it says, when we let go of wanting something else to happen in this moment, we are taking a profound step toward being able to encounter what is here now. If we hope to go anywhere or develop ourselves in any way, we can only step from where we are standing. If we don't really know where we are standing, a knowing that comes directly from the cultivation of mindfulness, we may only go in circles for all our efforts and expectations. So in meditation practice, the best way to get somewhere is to let go of trying to get anywhere at all. And that quote is by John Kabat-Zinn. Another quote that I found quite helpful is on page 67. It reads, "The passing moment is all that we can be sure of. It is only common sense to extract its utmost value from it." And that quote is from Somerset Maugham. Those are pretty much the quotes that I wanted to read for you guys. I think that those quotes give you guys a little bit of an idea of the tone of this book and what you can expect from reading it. The next book is The Fifth Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz, co-authored by Don Jose Ruiz and Janet Mills. This is the additional agreement to the 4 agreements. So the Fifth Agreement is kind of hard to sum up. Pretty much it is about the way that we communicate with people and the significance of the means by which we communicate with people, which is through words and symbols. And through the concept of symbols, we learn how all of these agreements are integrated. This book promotes self-love and self-mastery. And I think that the authors did a really good job because they were thorough, concise, and very insightful. I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, so be sure to check that out. The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda by Michelle Fontaine is the first book that I read this year. This is all about getting you right in every aspect of your life, okay? There are 8 spokes to the Wheel of Healing. There are a few topics in this book that I was absolutely not familiar with, and then there are some concepts that I was actually interested in learning. A few of the topics that I wasn't really familiar with was the mind-body system that it talks about and the mind-body types, also known as doshas. One of the topics that I was really interested in learning more about was chakras. That was something on my New Year's resolution. I wanted to learn more about chakras because I wanted to get deeper into my spiritual journey. This book is also very interactive. It has quizzes and encourages you to make lists that help you better understand your own health. It also encourages yoga and meditation, so I highly recommend this book for you guys because I'm very glad that I was recommended this book myself. Okay guys, so those are all of the self-help books that I have read this year. I hope you guys found this video enjoyable and insightful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, and if you would like for me to review more self-help books in the future, that would help me out a lot and I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!